Ever wondered why narcissists behave the way they do? Today we're going to delve into the intriguing world of narcissistic behavior. It's important to understand this because it helps us navigate relationships and interactions more effectively. Believe it or not, there are around 350 reasons that might explain their actions. Quite a number, isn't it? But don't worry, we've separated these reasons into key categories to make it all a little easier to digest. So, let's delve into these reasons, separated into key categories for easier understanding. The first category we'll explore is self-image. When it comes to understanding the behavior of a narcissist, self-image is a critical aspect to consider. This isn't just about how they view themselves, but also about how they want others to perceive them. A narcissist's self-image is often exaggerated, inflated well beyond reality. They hold a grandiose sense of self-importance, believing they are superior to others, unique, and deserving of special treatment. This heightened self-image is often coupled with a strong need for constant validation. They crave attention and admiration from others to reinforce their own self-perception. Compliments and praises are like fuel to them, driving their egos further. They seek out people who will feed their self-esteem, often disregarding those who don't contribute to their inflated self-worth. Entitlement is another significant factor linked to a narcissist's self-image. They believe they are entitled to have their needs and desires met without consideration for others. This sense of entitlement is often so deeply ingrained that they may not even recognize it as unusual or inappropriate. They simply expect special treatment as a matter of course, as they believe they are inherently deserving of it. Then comes the narcissist's inability to handle criticism. Criticism, however constructive, is often seen as a direct attack on their self-image. They may react with defensiveness, anger, or even outright hostility if they feel their inflated self-image is under threat. This inability to tolerate criticism can lead to a range of destructive behaviors, from lashing out at others to engaging in self-destructive actions. In essence, a narcissist's self-image is a carefully constructed facade, designed to protect their fragile egos and maintain their inflated sense of self-importance. It shapes their interactions with others and drives their behavior in significant ways. Understanding this can give us valuable insights into why narcissists do what they do and how we can better interact with them. Self-image plays a significant role in shaping a narcissist's behavior. The second category is empathy deficit. Let's delve into the heart of this issue. Empathy is the capacity to understand or feel what another person is experiencing. It's an essential aspect of human interaction. Yet for a narcissist, this basic human quality tends to be missing or significantly diminished. Narcissists often struggle to understand others' feelings. It's not just a matter of not caring. They genuinely have difficulty grasping the concept that other people have emotions and perspectives separate from their own. This isn't due to a lack of intelligence or awareness, but rather a fundamental deficit in their ability to empathize. It's like trying to explain color to someone who has only ever seen in black and white. Next, we have a narcissist's disregard for others' needs. While we all have moments of selfishness, narcissists take this to an extreme. They may understand on some level that their actions impact others, but they often don't care. Their needs, wants, and desires are paramount. Everyone else is merely a secondary consideration. If someone else's needs conflict with their own, the narcissist will almost always prioritize their own, often without a second thought. Lastly, the exploitation of others for personal gain is a significant characteristic of narcissists. They view people primarily as tools to be used to further their own goals and ambitions. This could be as simple as manipulating someone into doing a task for them, or as complex as using a person's emotions against them to achieve a desired outcome. Narcissists are often charming and charismatic, making it easy for them to exploit others without those individuals even realizing they're being used. These factors combined create a stark empathy deficit in narcissists. They struggle to understand emotions, disregard the needs of others, and willingly exploit people for their own benefit. It's a troubling trio of traits that not only defines a narcissist, but also helps explain their often puzzling behavior. A lack of empathy hugely contributes to a narcissist's actions. The third category relates to relationships. Narcissists are notorious for their complex and often tumultuous relationships. The reasons behind these relationship dynamics are multifaceted and deeply rooted in the narcissist's psyche. Firstly, let's talk about the narcissist's need for control. In relationships, narcissists often seek to dominate and manipulate their partners to maintain a sense of superiority. This control is not always overt. It can be subtle and insidious, manifesting in ways that make their partners second-guess themselves or question their worth. This brings us to the second point, their tendency to belittle others. Narcissists often resort to demeaning comments and derogatory remarks to keep their partners feeling inferior. This behavior is a defense mechanism, a way for the narcissist to protect their inflated self-image. If they can convince their partner that they are lesser, then the narcissist can maintain their illusion of grandeur. Lastly, let's delve into their inability to commit or maintain long-term relationships. Narcissists are known for their short-lived relationships, often leaving a trail of heartbreak in their wake. But why is this? Well, maintaining a long-term relationship requires empathy, compromise, and mutual respect, qualities that narcissists often lack. They are more interested in the initial thrill of a new relationship, the adoration and attention it brings. But when the novelty wears off, when the relationship requires effort and understanding, the narcissist often retreats, seeking out new sources of admiration. Now, it's important to remember that not all narcissists are the same, and these traits may not apply to everyone who exhibits narcissistic tendencies. However, these patterns are prevalent enough to be considered characteristic of narcissistic behavior. Their approach to relationships often reveals their narcissistic tendencies. It's in the way they control, belittle, and struggle to commit that their true nature is often exposed. Relationships with narcissists can be challenging, but understanding why they behave the way they do can provide some much-needed perspective. Our fourth category is manipulation. When we delve into the reasons behind a narcissist's behavior, manipulation stands as a significant pillar. This is a realm where narcissists truly excel, using a cocktail of guilt, fear, and obligation to puppeteer those around them. So let's uncover why they resort to such tactics. Guilt is a powerful tool in the narcissist's arsenal, often deployed to maintain control and obedience. Narcissists are masters at spinning situations, presenting themselves as the victim, and making others feel guilty for their perceived suffering. This guilt, then, acts as a leash, keeping individuals tethered to the narcissist's whims. Then we have fear. Narcissists are adept at creating an atmosphere of anxiety and apprehension. They instill fear through threats, intimidation, and unpredictable behavior, keeping those around them on their toes, always wondering what might set them off next. This fear-based control allows narcissists to dictate the terms of any relationship, ensuring they remain the dominant figure. Obligation is another cornerstone of manipulation for narcissists. They often create a sense of indebtedness in others by exaggerating their contributions or the sacrifices they've made. This manufactured obligation serves as a powerful motivator, compelling individuals to bend to the narcissist's will out of a misplaced sense of duty. Now let's touch on gaslighting, a particularly insidious form of manipulation. This involves the narcissist denying or twisting reality to confuse and disorient their victim, making them question their own perceptions and memory. It's a psychological one-two punch, disempowering the victim while reinforcing the narcissist's control. Lastly, we have the use of charm. Narcissists can be incredibly charismatic, using their charm to deceive and manipulate. They present a captivating facade, drawing people in, only to use this connection for their own gain. So, there you have it. From guilt to charm, these manipulation tactics are all part of the narcissist's playbook. And while it may seem daunting, understanding these strategies is the first step towards resisting their influence. Manipulation is a key tactic used by narcissists. Let's summarize what we've learned. We dove deep into the ocean of narcissistic behavior and surfaced with some valuable pearls of understanding. We've explored the 4 key categories that drive narcissists: their self-image, their empathy deficit, their relationships, and their manipulation tactics. First, we looked at how narcissists are driven by their self-image. They constantly seek validation and admiration to bolster their inflated ego, and they react with extreme defensiveness to any perceived criticism, often resulting in what we call narcissistic injury. Next, we delved into the empathy deficit reasons. Narcissists often struggle to empathize with others, which can lead to a lack of emotional reciprocity in their relationships. This deficit can make them seem cold, uncaring, or even cruel. Our third category focused on relationship reasons. Narcissists tend to view relationships as a means to an end, often using their partners to meet their own needs while disregarding the needs and feelings of the other person. Lastly, we navigated through the murky waters of manipulation. Narcissists can be master manipulators, using tactics like gaslighting, projection, and triangulation to control and exploit others. Remember, these categories are not isolated islands. They intersect and overlap, painting a complex picture of why narcissists do what they do. Recognizing these patterns and understanding their origins is crucial in effectively dealing with narcissistic behavior. Understanding these reasons is the first step to dealing with narcissistic behavior effectively.